So one of the main scenes that has been the big talk on Twitter and YouTube is the scene in season 5, episode 18 with Fatima and Zac in their house. And everything that went down is a hot topic with all of us. All of us have our input, our 2 cents, our thoughts and feelings about how that went down and how they feel about it. Everybody, even myself, has been relating it to things that have happened in my life and in my past, or people we know that have dealt with something like this. And that's the scene with Fatima berating Zac and then insisting that he sleeps on the couch in his home. And this comment has been blowing up, and I wanted to address it with the help of you guys. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to tell my feelings about it. I want to hear your feelings about it. And I'm going to read off some of the comments that I've seen on people's pages and stuff, other channels and my channel, about how we feel about this scene and how we feel Tyler Perry is basically tearing this couple, our favorite sisters couple, Zac-Tima, apart. So it's your girl Barbie J here, and we about to get into it with my 2 cents on this topic.
You happy? You proud of yourself?
What? What are you talking about?
She was nice for no reason. She never that nice to me. Then a picture pops up and I'm supposed to believe that it's not her. Come on.
What?
I'm going to bed. I don't got no time for this.
You do that. On this couch.
What?
You heard me.
I ain't sleeping on a couch in my own house.
I'm sorry, and what?
I'm not sleeping on no couch in my own house.
My house.
So first, let me begin by saying I feel Fatima was being insensitive. And some of you might say, what do you mean by that? I feel she's being insensitive towards Zac's feelings because she's forgetting what Zac has been going through. And I'm sure Zac has shared with her how he's been sleeping on people's couches for like the last 3 years, or sleeping with other people. And every time Karen threw him out or something, he'd end up on the couch, in Danny's apartment somewhere, you know what I mean? And she got a studio, but he would end up there. So now she thinks it's cool to tell him to go sleep on the couch as soon as he finally has his own place? His own place to sleep in? You gonna tell me to sleep on the couch? The reason I bought me a house is so I don't have to sleep on nobody's couch. And anyway, to back that up, they should have more than one bedroom in this house. This big old house has only one bedroom. If you are so upset with him and don't want, and you're disgusted with him, you need to go sleep in another room or go sleep on the couch. But you don't tell him. That's your feelings that you're upset about. Anyway, let me get started on this, because this whole my house thing is a real touchy subject for me, because I had that issue with my ex-husband. And I think I said it in one of my other videos. I'm sorry, but when you're talking about where you live, it's your house. If it's your kids saying it, they say their house. If you're living there and he said this is our house, it's your house. I saw somebody else write the same thing that I was thinking. What was he supposed to say? I ain't sleeping on no couch in our house. It doesn't have the same feeling. It doesn't have the same feeling. I'm not sleeping on the couch in my house. And he was right. He was right. He didn't have a right to. He shouldn't have had to sleep on the couch. He didn't do anything wrong. As one of the commenters wrote, where is it? They said, your man just got into an altercation over some mess you brought him, and you can't comfort and support him. Girl, bye. Another one said, and let's take a moment to acknowledge the fact that Zac went on a mission to prove his innocence because of you not trusting his word when he said, I did not kiss her. You know, so everybody is having their opinion on this, and they're realizing, Fatima, I don't know what Tyler is doing with her, but he is taking her way, way out of who she used to be. Somebody wrote, please bring back the confident, independent thinking and affirmation speaking Fatima. We don't know what's going on. Somebody else wrote, I told y'all Tyler was going to he was gonna ruin Zac-Tima. Oh Lord, he's making Fatima have the same weak mindset as others. This especially made her no better than Karen, they said. So we are all like feeling, I'm gonna say 95% of us are feeling this way about what Tyler Perry is doing to Fatima's character. And we don't like it. But then we have Fatima using it as an excuse. We liked when, Zac called Fatima out on her ish, the things she does, which is worse than what he even does. And then she scolds him like a child. She talks to him like a child. She up there putting people's heads through walls and getting them beat up on top of cars and stripped and all this stuff she's doing. And she doesn't get permission from him to do it. She just does it. But she thinks he's supposed to tell her what he does and his actions before he can. And I'm like, is she not starting to act like Karen in some way? It doesn't make sense. But her excuse is, I don't have a record. And like Zac said, and I don't understand why not, because you're worse than me. But quick question, didn't Fatima get arrested before? And Robin had to get her and Zac out of jail she got arrested for busting up Hayden's stuff. I mean, doesn't she have an arrest record now on file? Somebody let me know and put it in the comment section, because I have a question about that. It seems like she should have one. Shouldn't she? And the truth is, all of this stems around, okay, yes, Angela brought that picture to her. Messy Angela, her friend, which she need to get rid of. I agree with that. But I have to say this all stems from Fatima, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Because it starts off, first of all, with Fatima coming home. Zac is all excited. He gives her, I think this was episode 15 or probably episode 15. And he got dinner, waiting for them with that gas station wine, and he's all excited about, doing something nice for her. And she comes in the house talking about, did you call Karen and Heather? We need to get in touch with them. Karen is 6 weeks pregnant. What's the damn rush? Why couldn't you, as his woman, accept what he was doing, enjoy it, and then they tackle that in the morning, the next day? There was no rush for that. You rushed him to get Karen to come there. Then Karen does come there. A scene happens. It blows up. She finds out they're engaged. She's yelling she don't like stuff in the house. Then your feelings are hurt. You both are crying afterwards. He's saying, I'll understand if you want to leave me. You're telling him that you don't mind staying with him. You're going to stay with him through this or whatever, like y'all a team. And the next morning, you tell him you trust him. And he's telling you, I already got in touch with the attorney and I'm going to get those papers, that you want me to get for Karen, because this is all her pushing all of this to get done. Karen's 6 weeks and we still don't know if it's Zac's baby for sure. But Fatima said it was going to get done and not. Let me hold on, because the other thing she did that night is if he didn't hurry up and get that done, she was withholding sex. That's the other thing I don't like. You're going to withhold sex to get things done your way. That's what she was doing. And that's a way of controlling Zac, and that's not cool. She did that, and I don't know if anybody remembers that, but, there's a time when you get mad and withhold that. That wasn't the time. That was definitely not the time. It's one thing if he had beat on you or something like that, and you're like, I ain't giving you no sex. Not till you act right or something, But, I mean, that's my 2 cents now, y'all. Y'all can say what y'all want, but I don't appreciate how Tyler has her character acting this way when she used to be so positive and sure of herself. So back to what I was saying. Zac is like, should I wait for you to go to the salon with Karen? Should I wait for you? No, I trust you. So like I said, all of this stemmed from her. So they told him, he said, the attorney told me to play nice with both of the mothers. Play nice. She said, that's a smart attorney. That's what you should do. So he played nice. Karen gets in the salon, decides to be nice, calls him back for a hug. Instead of him looking like the bad guy standing there like, F you, he said, okay, let me just hug her. In front of a salon full of people. How are you cheating on somebody in front of a salon full of people? If he was going to cheat, he wasn't going to kiss them in front of a salon full of women. She's not even thinking. So my thought with that, she will not ever make it as an attorney if she's not even thinking clearly with this stuff. This is simple stuff to think clearly, especially what happened after what happened the night before. But anyway, she immediately, okay, now this is where the messy girl comes. She wouldn't have known, Fatima wouldn't have known nothing about it until Angela, the messy friend, comes and brings it and puts it in her face. But the way Fatima handles it, instead of saying there must be something up, Zac wouldn't do this, she went into blame mode, blamed him from the get-go. She was blamed. She's showing it to Andy. She's in a car talking about it. And when I get in that house, he better say something right away. Did you forget the same thing happened to you and you didn't feel like talking about it right away? You didn't want to discuss it right away? But Zac don't even know he did anything wrong. He didn't think anything was wrong. And neither did we. None of us thought anything was wrong. She didn't say, Zac, no, don't bring those papers to Karen. Give it to me to drop off at Andy's. I could drop it off at my office. She said, that's great. I don't need to come. I trust you. But she really didn't trust him. She really didn't trust him, and she's still dealing with her own issues with the other men because she threw up all of these men in the argument. That was another hot topic. You're throwing up all of these things that happen with other men and putting it on Zac. Zac got enough drama with these women whose babies he don't think is his. And now you putting your ish on him because you're not sure. You shouldn't have accepted the ring. You shouldn't have moved in the house. You shouldn't have, because you knew all about his baby mama drama before all of this went down. And then now you use it against him in an argument and throw it up. And is this how Tyler Perry is seeing black women? That's the part that's getting me. Is that how Tyler Perry is seeing us black women? That's not right. And I'm not liking this, Tyler. I don't know what you're doing to our favorite couple on Sistas, but I am not feeling it. And 95% of the other females are not feeling it or watching this, you know, and some males, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying, because you're portraying the black women and we're having an issue with it.
I'm sorry, I was mad, okay?
Yeah, but that doesn't give you a reason to talk to me like this.
None of this works if you're not here with me.
But one of the last things I wanted to talk about is next week shows Zac apologizing, saying, you know, and he said, I was mad. And she's like, well, you can't be talking to me that way. And I'm sitting there going, how did Zac talk to her? If y'all remember, the only thing Zac yelled was, stop eating crazy. If you don't want me to think you crazy, stop acting crazy. She put her hands and mushed him. She called him out his name. You know, she said F you. You know, he didn't do that. He was talking to her. And if you go back and watch, Zac was like, what are you talking about? What are you leaving? Every time we have a disagreement, you running. And that's not a good thing, too. That running every time you have a disagreement. Now you taking off the ring. Girl, you don't need that ring. You're not ready. You're not ready for this relationship. And I think she should go back to her apartment and chill and think about things. Because this ain't working for all of us. It's not working, Tyler. You need to do something. And I'm telling you right now, she better be apologizing to Zac as well, because she's the one who came all out with the throwing the picture, the phone, and what the F is this? That's the first thing she said. She was cold. She was cool. To me, you love this man. And Andy kept saying, remember, you love him. You love him. Y'all are great. Y'all happy together. You were supposed to go up to him and say, babe, I just got this picture. What is this? What happened here? She never asked, it's what the F is this? So very aggressive, very, you know, emotional, not trying to even find. She was already with the accusatory tone. And I'm hoping she needs to apologize too, because that's how she came off. And that's what's the reaction. When you give off that type of energy, that's what you're going to get back. And Zac is like, what? What did I do? And she said, you didn't listen to me. She was telling him to listen to him. He said, yeah, I'm listening, but you ain't saying shit. And I was like, he right about that too. She wasn't saying nothing. She's throwing up men from her past and then throwing digs at him with baby mamas. And that's not cool. That's not how you fight. That's not a fair fight. That's not a discussion. That's not an argument. That's just nasty right there. So anyway, I want to know down in the comment section how everybody feels about this. You know, what is Tyler doing to our favorite couple? Is he ruining Zac-Tima? Let me know. And is Fatima starting to act like Karen 2.0 with berating Zac for every little thing and chastising him? Because like he said, I'm not a child. And she's chastising him, you know, in these scenes and telling him what to do the whole time. We could all see it. And Zac is like, falling in, you know, a lot of the men is like, it's about time Zac grew a pair of balls and started doing this and doing that. And you know what? He's trying to be, I can see that Zac is not confrontational. And one thing we heard Karen say is that he gets that way when he feels he's been wronged. And that's a reason I get like that when I feel I've been wronged. I start getting loud and stuff, and I'm getting upset because I'm like, I didn't do anything. What is going on? And I don't like being accused of stuff and blamed for things that I did not do. And so, yeah, I'm curious as to what everybody has to say. And I'm sorry this video was so long, but it's a hot topic. And I want to hear what everybody else has to say. It's your girl, Barbie J, saying, I'll see you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Peace.